Speaking of old people listening to hard rock music, I had my own show experience this week.
Let's hear it.
Oh my God. Okay. So there's this rooftop lounge downtown.
Oh,
and
you don't want to name it? You don't want to say what it is?
Hey, listen, the show's getting good enough. Pay me, motherfucker. In the case of like the White Oak or something like that, like those guys are like they're actually good for the city, and I will gladly say their name whenever. But this is I'm not slagging them down in case they do want to give us some money. info@killrockradio.com is where you send your business.
And his last name is Alvar. Do you want to make that check out?
It's this rooftop lounge downtown. They've been putting on like a lot of free shows with national level talent. They're trying to make their name, and that's reasonable.
Yeah.
They brought out all the way from Gothenburg, Sweden, a heavy metal band, Avatar. My child and dream of that.
Right. Oh, okay. Now I know what's up.
And I'm really into a lot of bands out of the Swedish music scene because it's so weird to me. Like, it's such a far-off land, and it's so kind of like opposite to us because over there, like, they love metal. And it's, kind of opposite to what we have going on here. And They come out of Sweden, whether you're talking about them or, Volbeat or Ghost or any of those bands, regardless of what you think about them, when you see them live, it's amazing how, like, ready and polished and, like, just 100% rearing to go they all are.
Yeah, super professional.
So I got my tickets. I head out there. The first thing, I walk in, and the venue... It's the first thing that hits you. Really cool. The stage, the bar, the sound, the way everything was set up, it was great.
Yeah.
But I must tell you, the crowd.
Oh, boy.
It was possibly the most terrible assembly of subhumans I have ever had the displeasure of being around.
Oh, my God. What happened?
I mean, this was douche central.
Wow.
The kind of crowd that not only gives Houston a bad name, but metal fans overall.
Oh, no.
Now, I understand it's a free show, so that's going to bring out some of the shitty people out of the woodwork, but I knew I was in trouble. I get to the bar, and I roll up on the guy. I'm asking for my usual gin and tonic.
Yeah.
And the guy gives me, I order one for myself, I order one for my wife, and the guy gives me, like, basically 2 fucking thimbles of liquid.
What?
And he's like, $10 each.
What?
$10 each, and they were nothing. It was like a shot of gin and tonic. So already I'm like, okay, so the show's free. You're going to get your money out of me some fucking how.
Yeah.
So I go and I find my spot to chill. The band comes out. I mean, they fucking tear into the set. They sounded great.
Awesome.
But all you could hear, the buzz of these shitbags talking to each other. Half the time, the band would finish their song, nobody even would notice or applaud.
Wow.
It was insane. It was like a fuckboy convention. It was just going on there, and there just happened to be some shitty cover band quietly playing in the corner. I turned around, like in the middle of a song, and like I said, these guys, it was their last show of the tour, and so they're just laying it on the line. And I turn around, and not only is everybody talking to each other all through the show, half these motherfuckers aren't even looking at the band. Like, people with their backs turned, talking to each other, fucking just endless selfies. Since it's a downtown venue, they, how they'll like pay these photographers to come through the crowd and take all these pictures so you can see what a crazy time everyone's having.
Yeah.
And it's all these sad old fucks I see in the scene in their 40s and 50s. They act worse than fucking high school kids.
Yeah, they are still in high school.
They have the exact same social structure that they've had since whenever the fuck they were in high school in the late 80s, late 70s, whenever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And, so some fuckface, he's, recording his old worn-out hag with her back to the band doing dances out of a Warrant video from 1988.
Damn!
The long, saggy tits everywhere.
Are you sure you weren't at a biker rally?
All the women, like, their hair looked like fucking, like when a girl has a Barbie and she's combed the hair too much.
Oh my god!
There's guys in their 40s and 50s. There's a dude, they're wearing makeup. You're somebody's father. You have like 4 kids from 3 women, and you're somebody's dad, and you're wearing makeup and a do-rag to cover your male pattern balding, so all you can see is their dead, jet black dyed hair that looks stapled onto their shit skulls. Some big meathead fucks who they just show up because a mosh pit is the only place they're allowed to beat the shit out of people without too many repercussions.
Oh my god, if anybody out there is listening and you're slightly confused, Rocky did not have a good time.
I mean, once again, the band is just fucking laying it out there. They put on a great show. And they're having to beg these people to even just a little, clap. At some point, I'm clapping with my hands above my head, and I'm screaming at everyone, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You're not supposed to clap for the band.
You can tell they're done with their song. That's what silence means. That's where you clap, you fucking idiot.
Oh my goodness. That's Houston for you. I hate to say it. I know we're going to get so much hate mail for that, but Houston is known to be a bunch of shitty ass audiences.
It's just what grossed me out so much is that, once again, these are all old people. There was some young kid. You couldn't see any of the young kids because they're up in the front. They give a shit.
Yeah.
They're there to see the band. But I look around, and once again, it's all these fucking people with their fucking worn out Barbie hair and their stupid fucking, I was ready to vomit everywhere. And the band was an A+.
The band never addressed it, huh?
They were real cool about it. If they wanted to, they could have said, fuck you guys, and I would have clapped then, because they would have been right. Poor dudes. Last fucking show. Every metal band, Texas carries a certain reputation with metal. Mm-hmm. That Texas is a big metal territory, if you will.
Yeah.
And you're on the last show. You come to Houston, Texas. You're playing on the roof of this cool venue. And like I said, everything looked badass. And everyone's just posing, like you're just posers on top of posers on top of posers, and they're all getting drunk, and they're getting each other fucked up, and they're gonna go, like, just have, like, disgusting, sloppy fucking intercourse with each other. And,
of course.
That's my cousin's sister, or, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking,
that's Houston for you.
It's terrible, because, like, you go to shows, and you mention Austin, and Austin is helped by the fact that it has that reputation, so bands probably even, put out a little bit more for Austin than they do here. But even in San Antonio, like, god damn it, the love, like, you feel it. Like, it's like coming in waves at the bands. And everybody, you go to the mall in San Antonio, and there's little, chubby Hispanic goths everywhere, and you're like, God bless you, kids, that you're all still here, Yes. San Antonio loves to rock, and I mean, you come to these shows in Houston, like even at this Avatar show, like there were guys, dressed like they just came from a fucking business meeting and shit. It's like, what are you doing here? I know it's a free show, but like, are you aware of what this band is?
No, apparently not. And I should clarify something for any of our new listeners out there. I covered music in DFW and other parts of Texas, like the north part, the southwest part. We did regions, and I covered that for MTV for years. And so I've seen other parts of Texas and how those audiences react. And Houston is unique in its rudeness. It just is. And I'm not here to bash Houston. It's just a fact. I mean, if you've been a music fan in the scene for any amount of time, you'll see our crowds are just kind of assholes. That's just how they are.
It's like everybody just has better shit to do. Well, what the fuck are you there for?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I've been at shows. I mean, even with Texas bands, like once I saw the Toadies at House of Blues, and I've loved the Toadies for years. And the lead singer was like, several times, he's like, we'll stop the show if y'all don't chill the fuck out. I mean, because people were like throwing stuff at them, and the whole room was drunk. I mean, it was like being in a room full of like feral cats. I mean, people were just crazy.
And all these people, if you were to ever say shit to any of these people, well, we're just having a good time. Fuck you stuck up fuck, and you know.
Yeah, there's no apology from a drunk person. There never is. And in fact, like, people would claim, you know, that's just part of Houston spirit. Well, you know, it's kind of ugly.
Yeah, well, like if you're at a show, like, you know, a band that, let's say, has no slow songs and it's all hardcore rockin' ass metal and shit like that, you can have a good time because the music drowns out the crowd. But God for fucking bid, you have any quiet moments in your set, I mean, it is just going to get trampled and shat upon.